Hi, Satika.
Hi. I've sent an invite to Abhinav. Let's wait for him.
Sure thing.
Okay, so hello everyone. How are you? Am I
Hi,
audible now?
Abhinav.
Hello, hello Ashutosh. How are you?
Hi, Abhinav. I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good.
Hello to everyone who is joining now. So maybe
Yes,
start. I guess a lot of people have joined.
Yep,
yes,
good
yes, we
time.
can.
Hello to everyone who is present here. So we are finally live yet another time with the third live session at Orion Square. So before moving forward with the introduction of our speakers, I would like to tell you something about this amazing initiative called VONG at the Orion Square. So VONG basically stands for Voice of the New Generation, and it is a one of its kind initiative, especially for the young powers of our country as well as the whole world. The entire team at Orion Square is highly enthusiastic of taking this initiative to the next level by merging more and more young students, especially from the age group of 13 to 18 years. So besides Orion Square, these students would be real pioneers of work. And we specifically aim for creating a sustainable environment for all, for which we are focusing on the Sustainable Development Goals or the SDGs. We believe that the power of change lies in just a handful of people who can then inspire more and more people to actually work towards the betterment of the society rather than making just fake promises. So I heartily welcome both of you, Ashutosh and Abhinav, to this amazing session. And I'm really very excited for this conversation.
Yep,
So
looking forward as
Ashutosh,
well.
can we begin with the introduction?
Sure thing. Hey everybody, I'm Ashutosh Singhal, a junior undergrad, a third year student at IIT Delhi. I'm pursuing chemical engineering over here, and my journey started from Ambala, like a small town in Haryana, and I and Satika have been batchmates ever since. Apart from that, my journey has been more around, edtech. I've been an edtech enthusiast since my first year. I taught at an academy in the first year, and then I moved over to Vedantu in my second year. And then my journey was more about, talking to students on a holistic basis and telling them how exactly things are done, more around mentorship and all. And again, it's not like a one-way journey where I just told them what to do, but I also learned from them that what exactly, how can I hone my problem-solving skills, and all of it was more like a consensual journey, and we learned a lot of things together. So my journey so far has been more towards edtech, but now I'm looking forward to exploring more towards consulting and finance. So that is more of me on a professional level, but on a personal level, I like making friends. I'm good at people, and I like communicating whatever I have in my mind. So yeah, that's something more about me. I'm quite active on LinkedIn as well, so you can connect with me over there.
That's really very nice. So we are equally delighted to listen from Abhinav too.
Yes, thank you. First of all, I would like to thanks all the viewers who are here and as well as Audience Square for giving me this platform. And yes, Ashutosh, you have a great introduction. Like that's much more than what I am going to speak. So I should start with my introduction. I am Abhinav Seth, currently pursuing my undergraduation from UIT, Punjab University, Chandigarh. I am in third year and in mechanical engineering. And along with that, I am also uh, being a registered position holder in the Rotary Club Chandigarh Himalayan. It's a non-profit organization in Chandigarh doing for the like development of the underprivileged schools. We have adopted to 11 to 13 underprivileged schools in the Tri-City or in the outskirts of the Tri-City and manages to do a fundraiser events and raise the funds for them. And in like unprofessional way, I like to play games and like to yes networking. Same goes like making new friends. So yes, that was all from my side.
That's equally great. So, the title for our today's discussion is Making a Difference in the Society. And to be more particular about it, I would like to say that how can the busy youth of today help in making a difference in the society or work for the betterment of for a noble cause? So the word which we are targeting here is youth. So I would like to ask both of you that what do you guys have in your mind when you hear the word youth? So Ashutosh may go first. Yeah.
Sure. So, what I think about youth is not just the age. It's definitely related to the age, like the way we define it. But apart from the age, it's about the mindset. Whenever you have the thing in yourself that you can make a change, you're resistant. You're not resistant to feedback. You're open to listening to others and then trying to improve yourselves. And also on the other path, you're trying to improve the society as a whole as well. You're energetic, you are not stubborn, and you are in your own zeal, but you are open to change. That is when I think you are youth. My dad being at 50 can be young. My little brother at 8 cannot be young. I mean, it's very, very different. It's about the mindset and not the age. So it's a very holistic thing of beautiful things.
Yes, so that was really great. Yes, I agree with these all points. Like youth. When we listen to the word youth, it comes passionate, energetic, enthusiastic. These kind of words come to our mind, right? So youth is, or we can define it in a professional language. It's just time period between your childhood and adulthood, when you have a various opportunity to explore the things, when you have less responsibility but more energy. Like we should, I would suggest everyone who is going that this is the best age you can explore things. In this age, you have to get out of your comfort zone so that your upcoming life can be comfortable, right? So yes, that was all.
And even if it is not
Okay, so
comfortable, maybe
we
you get into the habit, right?
Yes, yes, बिल्कुल.
So we have heard from you that what does youth mean to you? So now I would like to ask, how does the present generation, according to you, interprets the word youth? I mean, like from my perspective, they think is like majority of the young generation today suppose it to be party things or living the best moments, and also some of them do consider it as the right gear towards the career goals. So what do you people think that how does the present generation interpret this word?
Right. So should I
So
go
yes,
first on this?
yes, you can.
All right. So the present generation is not different from us. We are one among them. So I won't like to call us, very different from them. But yes, there can be a slight difference in terms of perspectives and understanding. Some people might consider, partying as the only thing about it. Some people may just consider social work about it. Like, it's about making the right balance that is good for you and not what exactly does the world desire out of you. I mean, pleasing your parents is still to a limit fine, but trying to please everybody, including the society, would not, yield whatever you want to do. So it's up to people to perceive however they want to perceive the word youth. But all in all, if you're trying to strike a balance between your own goals, the society's demands, and also what your country needs, all of this amalgamated together would really make the a very good amalgamation of all of it.
Yeah, and that's great. I agree with your all points. And yeah, we have answered to your first question that what comes in our mind when we listen to the word youth,
Yeah,
right? So, like
yeah.
to define youth, you are asking ki, like, are we getting today's generation according to our will, which you have told just earlier? So we cannot describe the today's generation or like our generation in just a one word or one thing. We cannot specify everyone into the one word. Like if we go to the garden, it looks beautiful. There are roses and thorns as well. So yes, there are every kind of
Yeah,
people in every sector of the generation or in any generation. So yes, some are capable of doing anything, everything, but some are lagging at that point. Maybe they are getting involved into the negative parts, which they will regret, but after 20 years, after 10 years. Like just give me example. If the person is start drinking or smoking, it look cool. They can even get out of it if they want in starting. If they look that after 10 years, they will regret, right? But if they are doing something which is going to improve them, or we can say they are self investing the time or investing the money on themselves in this stage, because we do not have sources now, right? We do not have sources to establish a new startup or establish a new business. So in this time, I would recommend that everyone should self invest on their self development. So I would not like to specify a youth in any one word. There are people who are doing extraordinary good, and there are people who are just lacking. Everyone has potential, but everyone need a right direction and right grooming. So yes.
So this was really a very practical insight. Another thing that I would like to ask out of my own curiosity is that do you really think that youth can actually make a difference in the society, be it good or bad? Doesn't matter. But can they drive a change, a major change?
Definitely, because this is a bit Modi-istic, but we are the future leaders of the nation, and somewhere down the line, it's us who will be actually leading the world, right? So it's not just we people, me and you, but the entire generation. It's the age that we're gonna age up, and then we're gonna take hold of how exactly the world's going around. So the way we're gonna do about that is just try to be in our own space, but also try to be, going a bit extra. So that's how people are making a change. Say Malala Yousafzai, too big of an example, but again, she was a Nobel Peace Laureate at just an age of 16, if I'm not wrong. So 18 or 16. So what all she did was that she took up an initiative and then made a difference to the people of lives who were just living a very terrible life in that case, stuck up around all these terrorists and all. So what exactly did she need was just being a rebel, coming up front, and then communicating what she had in her mind. And not just that, talk about the entire startup culture that's going around. There are people who are coming with experience, but there are also people, who are coming into like the startup world like a fresh blood, and then they're doing great as well. Say talk about FanPay or even YouTube people who are making great content out there. So it's not about the age; it's about the enthusiasm. And as long as you're young in that fashion, as you sort that definition, it's up to people to make that and drive that change.
Yes, that's great, and that's absolutely right. So your question was, ki, can youth really make change? We are talking about youth. Our topic is youth.
Yeah.
So youth, who are youth? We are youth, right? Our current generation, all our generation in 20s, everyone, they are youth. Every teenager is a youth. So I will give a very light example, a very genuine problem, okay, which we can relate with that easily. So we have problem with the corruption system. We have problem with the government. We have problem with the adulteration, right? We have problem with the protection system, or you can say police. We have corruption that's coming to corruption only. So when we go ahead, we can see a future. Some of us is going to become a IS officer. They are going to become out of the youth only, right? So if they are listening to this session, I hope they are listening to this session, so they can get into the mind if they are they are only who is going to lead the country tomorrow. They can be the political leader. They can be the prime minister, CM. They can be Asia's number one richest man, who is at present Ambani, right? So he can be a farmer,
Adani.
soldier, policeman. One out of us is going to lead tomorrow's. So if youth is knowledgeable, continuously acquiring knowledge about the things which is going in our country, in our area, and developing them, and coming up with a solution oriented way, then of course you can do everything, not something, everything, for changing the life of the upcoming generations.
So
Yes.
that means examples are many. We just need to pinpoint the ones that are actually like good for the sustainability point of view.
Yes, right.
Yeah. So Ashutosh, I guess his net is lagging a bit.
Yes,
Yep.
maybe. Now it's
Ashutosh, are
fine.
you back?
Yep, I'm there. I guess there's some problem with the internet, either on my end or your end.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah. So I would like to ask Ashutosh that you are currently inspiring a lot of young students in the academic field. If we talk about IIT, JEE, NEET, or any other competitive exams aspirants, we have always heard of effortless and single spot determination. So how can such students balance in doing something for the social causes alongside prepping up for the toughest tests?
Right. So it's the core skill that you learn while preparing for any big exam out there is not just mugging up, cramming formulas, and then cracking the exams. That's just the external picture of it. What exactly goes behind all of that effort is the persistence. Nobody really wants to wake up at 8 or 6 and go to the class, and then in the evening when everybody's playing around, you want to sit down and do your homework and go through the entire grill. What the grill gives you actually is the practical aspect of persistence. So if you're persistent with something, if you have that zeal of keeping a goal and then actually achieving it, this really defines a very strong part of your personality that once you're determined to do anything, you will definitely do it. And being young, you have that energy and that enthusiasm in yourself to achieve that. So the youth part of that, in yourself makes you do that. So the personality that you build out of yourself by preparing for such exams helps you make yourself so well in being persistent and being strong that whatever the challenge may be. For example, a person like that gets attached to a global problem and then gets so much attached to it that they're keeping the same persistence and the same enthusiasm towards it. It does not really mean that an academic person cannot be good at that. It's just that 85% core skills of your real life that would drive the change that you make in the world. That 15% hard skills can easily be acquired when you have those core skills with you.
Yes, that was
Yeah, so
great.
this is for the ones like who say that we cannot do anything alongside prepping up for exams. Like we can do. We have that small spot for that.
Well, it's about the
So
priorities. I would not
Abhinav,
enforce everybody out there. Yeah.
yeah. So Abhinav is an active board member of one of the most popular and active clubs of Chandigarh, Rotaract Chandigarh Himalayan. So please share with us what according to you drives more young students to the club, and do you ensure that they carry the same level of commitment that you possess when it comes to selfless service for the society?
Okay, then it's come to the selfless service to the society, right? Yes, you are asking that they possess the same form like me. They maybe possess more than me. And secondly, selfless service. Here's a famous proverb like there's nothing as free lunch, right? So selfless service is like if the person is doing something in their life or for the society, that can be maybe like I am doing it for my skill development. I am speaking in front of you all. Somehow either 10%, 15% I am developing my skill here. I am helping the society. I am indulging in them, right? So I am just developing my skills by by getting this platform that is Rotary Club Chandigarh Himalayan. And moreover, this is awarded as the best club in all over Asia also recently. So yeah, this information
Yeah.
I want to add. I want to flex for this. And secondly, now you said key what drives them the most. Okay, a single word answer is a genuine answer, fun. What work you want to do now, either it's your job, either it's your business, either it's a social service. If you are getting the satisfaction as well as fun in that work, you are enjoying doing that work, obviously you will do that in consistency, you will get a persistence also in that work. But provided you should be interested, or you are doing social service, right? We all are doing here social service directly or indirectly. We are doing our job honestly is a social service, right? In one or another way, it's a social service. So yes, I will describe you in an honest and what I have experienced in last 2.5 years, that if you are providing them an experience that like we are going somewhere, if we are going alone, all right, we are planting a tree, that's all. We are doing it for 1 day, 2 days, or maybe some weeks. But if we are going in a group, we have another agenda of getting networking, of doing networking, getting interacted. So yes, if you want to do something, if you want to start something, you have to create an environment. You have to provide them a vibe. You have to provide them an ambience for working in an enjoyable way, that they should not feel it as a burden. So yes, that's what we provide. We provide them the skill set, right? There is everything if they want to join. There is everything, like from the games to the skill set, and that's all going to be contributed in social service in one or another way. So yes, we have to provide them an ambience. We have to understand the target audience, then we have to work for them. So yes, that was all.
So I would like to add a question to the answer you gave. Like you said, that there is a single word that attracts more and more students to your club, that is fun. So what do you actually mean by this word, like fun? What
All
is fun like what it is
right.
actually?
I am in UIT, right? I am in UIT Punjab University, currently pursuing my third year in there, right? So in our club, there are students from every college and universities from the Tri-City, right? Chandigarh, Mohali, Panchkula. So we go for the activities. Supposingly, just take an example of a tree plantation drive or the cloth donation drives, right? We are first of all going to sponsors. We are going to the home that they should sponsor this drive. They should provide us like 100 trees, 150 trees. We want to plant them and take care of them, right? So we are going in group. Either that group is of 2 people, either that group is of 5 people or 10 people. We are getting interacted with each other, right? Sometimes we are doing marketing and all that stuff. We are spending time in some pizza shop or at chai stall. So right, that is like we are getting interacted with the people. We are increasing our circle. So this is the most wanted things in the youth. You can understand they are like riding over their bikes at a single road just for networking. Just people should know them, like their face, they should know them. So this way I want to make them ki haan, we are also having fun along with working. This makes something like different from all other clubs in the Tri-City. That's why it stands different. So yes.
Another thing I would like to add, I'm also a member of RCH. So another word I would like to add to the uniqueness of this club is satisfaction. That alongside fun, satisfaction is the most necessary thing. Like if we talk about plantation drives or clothes donation, so the last thing that comes to our mind or fills our hearts is satisfaction.
I agree over this
So
point.
I would like to move forward. So what is that one single click according to you that would actually motivate young people of the nation in making a difference to the society?
Right. So if I talk about this, it actually comes from the perspectives that you just, both of you just gave. One is
Yeah.
fun, the other is satisfaction. But all of that comes when you're actually making an impact. When you're just having fun, you're getting satisfied. That's all right. But when there's an impact being made, you realize that you helped 24 people clear J. You helped your just even if just one person, your little brother, you helped him around, get good scores or help him around cope up with the problem that he was facing with. That impact that you create and the contentment that you get after that is, I believe, way more than enough to instill that vibe in you. It doesn't have to be that big, it doesn't have to be that small, but it has to be you doing something apart from your own things and going out there and helping out someone. It could be in terms of anything: financial help, literary help, or even just helping an old person cross the road. That's even a help of its own kind. Donating blood can be one, but amongst all these things, what you get is the impact that you're creating and the satisfaction that is created out of that impact, because you believe that you're somewhere realizing the purpose of your life. You were just not born to eat, sleep, repeat, but rather do something else for the people who are less privileged than you, or who are not at that moment getting the things that you have.
Yes, that was great. Amazing. So yes, your question was ki, can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, that one single click that can actually motivate the youth to make a difference in the society,
One single click. I will go with like
like a thought
the
into the
person should
mind.
have. She okay, she's there now. So they should go with a positive mindset. How, like if we are going somewhere, if we want to help someone, if we want to do something for the society, before that what comes like our mental health or our positive thinking. If we are happy toward the society, that after that we can do something for them, right? So we should be like satisfied in one way or another. Like we should be charged up in a positive way. Like we have to stop judging people. We want to have them, we have to stop judging and observing them. We can observe them in a positive way. Judgment is something we can consider as a negative way, until unless you are judge of some reality show or anywhere else, right? So we have a positive mindset about everything. Like if there is some problem is going to happen, instead of taking that problem into your life or getting it into your mind, we have to be solution oriented for them. After that, if we want to do something for the society, for like if we want to plant a tree or we want to ban plastic bags, like we have an enthusiasm, our face should show that enthusiasm, that another we can talking, we are making other people understanding that you should stop using the plastic bag. We have to transfer our enthusiasm to them. So for that, we should have a positive mindset for that. All that's
So
all.
from our conversation till now, what we have concluded about right to motivate young students to work for the betterment. So we have, I think that there are 5 aspects of it. That is fun, satisfaction, positivity, self-belief, and then impact. And this is what like our team at Orion Square does. Like we are all students working in the team of Orion Square, and we are doing something apart from our daily course like studies, extracurricular activities, internships, and all. And so, yeah, like we feel very nice to be in the team and like working for such initiatives. For an example, this live session only, like I'm enjoying a lot conversing with you people. And we have these kind of events every other day. And this is what drives our satisfaction towards working for the betterment. So, another interesting question is, what are a few activities that you guys do in your personal lives that help bring changes that you want to see? Not for the, like, I'm not particularly pinpointing it to the society, the societal changes, but even if it's a self change. So, what do you think about it?
The most important aspect is loving yourself. This is something that we actually miss out on. Like I was talking to a friend very recently. I was talking about the priorities that we have in our lives. So there are different priorities that we have in our life. You know, the immediate goals, the main goals, your own self, your family, society, and maybe the change that you want to create in the society. So in my own sense, the way I prioritize over all of it is maybe the main goals first, then the family, then yourself, then the impact that you create in the society. Because once you're done with yourself, your family, and your main goals, you actually feel like being contented in what you have, and now you're ready to make an impact in the society. Once you're not done with the other top 3 things, possibly at times you realize that you're somewhere incomplete, and then you're doing something for the society. So you tend to feel that यार नहीं अभी नहीं करते अभी पहले अपना कर लेते हैं. But again, if you're doing things in such a manner that you're already satisfying yourself, you're done with you, and you're happy with what you're doing, that once you have that contentment with you, you definitely want to help someone also reach that level, because you're done with your own goals. Once that's not happening, probably you won't feel that motivated to help someone around unless and until it's one of your main goals. But if that's not the case and you still want to help around, get done with your own goals, and that's also fine. I mean, just the way Sachika asked in the initial time that koi bacha abhi 12th mein pad raha hai and he's just doing his JEE prep and he's not taking out time to help the society, it's still fine, because he's still satisfying his own goals. As long as you're satisfied and you're making an impact in anyone's life, including yours, that's all right. Once you're done, you're satisfied with whatever's going on. Uske baad, whatever you're trying to do is benevolence, adding value to someone else. But if you're not adding value to yourself, and you're thinking that I'm incomplete, I'm not doing this thing or I'm not doing that thing, you would feel incomplete. So try not to do that. Be happy in yourself, and once that's done, maybe the way you will help someone else would be way more different. For example, I do this with my batchmates as well. A friend of mine is over here, so he's saying we do different things in the chemical department. So I do that for my department once I'm done with my own things, and then the way I do it with them is very different, because I know that I've done enough. Now let's do it with them as well. So that's how once you're pleasing yourself and then the world, the impact that you'll create in the world will be way more, because you'll be done and you'll be way more charged up. It's not like getting into the comfort zone, just getting out of it and then helping
So,
around.
yeah, Ashutosh, you talked about 2 things, self-love and self-satisfaction. So, what do you prioritize out of self-love and self-satisfaction?
Self-satisfaction followed by self-love. Satisfaction is more important. Self-love is more like fulfilling your own desires. यार चलो आज party कर लेते हैं and maybe कुछ काम miss कर देते हैं. But satisfaction comes when you're done with all the duties and responsibilities you had for your own self, then towards the society, and then you have free time, go around partying as well.
That's nice. Abhinav, sir.
Yes, first of all, Ashutosh, you have explained in a great way. So yes, I am impressed by the way that you explained. And secondly, you were talking about that what you things do, right, for the society. So
Yeah.
or society or in any way. Like I
Yeah,
have
for
joined
bringing
this
a
club.
change particularly.
Yes, for bringing a change. I have started this in my college life when I joined this club, right? So there was various activities for bringing the change I want to see, right? So I want to see the environment, the society in a positive manner. That everyone should have humanity for each other, like humanity for each other before money, right? So before humanity for money, we should have humanity for each other. So we should go in a way like we are doing everything possible. We are doing an animal for wellness of the animals. We are doing for the tree plantation that pollution should be less. We are decreasing the usage of plastic in every way, right? We are moreover donating clothes to the needy, especially in the winters. We are providing funds to the people who really needs for the medical treatments or for the medical treatments of pets even. So firstly, I did all these things. Now I am doing, but a bit less because now the people who are just joined this club, we are busy in grooming them. My leaders groom me.
Yeah.
We are like passing the legacy to the future generation of this club. So that's how we are doing, and that's what I want to see in the future times. That this should be done in the coming times. That all these things need to be done at a priority base. So yes.
That was really great. So, as already mentioned, WONG works towards sustainable development goals. So, what does sustainability mean according to you guys?
Right.
Okay.
So, sustainability is something, the way UN defines it is making things sustainable in themselves is like they're self-propagating each other. They're not relying on something so much that when that thing ends, you're done with it. It's having something which is perpetual. For example, a very simple example would be sustainable energy that we're wanting. Once we're relying too much on coal, once we're relying too much on petrol and diesel, these are things that would end one day. So once you get over them, and after that you're trying to create things that would run amongst themselves and help fulfill themselves using, say, water energy or wind energy, and these things would stay forever. So if you're trying to go into that direction where you're adding value to people, and again building a community like Abhinav just said, so once you're building a community, once you fall down, someone else lifts you up. But if you're just being too self-centered and just thinking, यार मैं डीजल की गाड़ी चलाऊंगा 15-20 साल, उसके बाद my further generations, I don't care about them, that's not how the world works. Because end of the day, even if people just blame you, you still won't be satisfied. Out of that, the world would not function. You don't want things to stop. So for things to function, you have to be sustainable in that fashion that you're trying to create a perpetual cycle of things where you do good and good come back to you. But if that's not happening, you're doing things your own way, and if unluckily that's not good, you might have bad coming your way as well.
So yes, that was great, Ashutosh. When Shika asked the question that sustainability, I got reminded of the SST definition. And meeting our own need after also remembering the needs of the future generation, right? So this is what's happening now. Like we are meeting our own needs, depending upon the chemical things, or you can say the artificial things, and ignoring the natural things like air, water. Like we are composed of five things in total, like air, water, soil, and what else? Air, water, the sky, and trees. Like we have to work on them because these are the things which, if we gather to them, if we stay connected to them, we will stay active, right? We will stay healthy. So we have to work on this sustainability on which the audience care is working on a great way. So you should know more about this organization. So yes, according to me, that was all about sustainability, what I think.
And what can individuals do to be more sustainable? Like we as
Pardon
individuals,
me.
how can we contribute towards sustainability?
All right, all right. So Ashutosh, you can.
So first of all, you need to be self-aware, because if you're not realizing your own responsibilities, negligence is again a crime. Because as you say in the criminal things, if you're neglecting or just seeing a crime and not reporting it, that's bad. So first of all is not doing crime first. Ki bhai, you're not exploiting resources so badly just to satisfy your needs. And secondly, if you're able to make a change in someone's life, either indirectly by letting them know like by spreading awareness, or directly by helping them know that this is not the right way to do. Probably this is with stubborn people that, they don't tend to change. But if you're not even doing an effort to help them realize the beauty of the earth and all the other things attached to sustainability, not just the earth, but even in their human core values, if you're done more arrogant, people would not talk to you. So if you were friends with someone and if you're letting them know about that in a casual manner, of course. So again, you're building that relationship up, and you're not only improving them but also improving yourself, that you are improving your art of communication. You're learning how to handle people better. So in that sense, if you're trying to create a perpetual cycle of goodness all around, you will be sustainable in that sense.
Okay, so I would like to explain this like staying sustainable for individual. Like if we want to like stay sustainable, before that we should be happy. We should have an inner peace. That way we can do something better for the environment, right? We can do something better for the resources. So for that we need to be active, right? So if we are getting things done, as Ashutosh said, that first we have to be control the things like the resources. We have to control the water resources. We have to control the electricity resources that is made out of the water, right? We have to protect trees. For that we are doing, and we are helping others. We are changing the minds of our friends. We are changing the minds of our relatives. For that we need we need it to done at good level, at the next level. For that we have to stay connected to more and more people, because we want to make this change. This is not the thing that one can do and it will happen in a large extent. Everyone should do this. Everyone should follow this. Even the 20 people who are watching this live should follow this. How they can follow this? Like they can start something new at their own level, or they can join the already established organizations, or they can be part of some organization, or they can start anything with their friends, with their relatives. Like for that they should be active physically as well as mentally. Many people are ignoring in today's generation our mental peace, just focusing on their biceps, triceps, right? For that we should be always, if you are thinking that in everyone's life there is a mental breakdown one in or another way at one stage, and mostly this is the teen age. So what we can do, we can like step back from our life, from our goals, just for a few time. Like from step back, I want to say the quote from the Dr. Vivek Bindra. I have heard that from them. So never step back to setback. You are stepping back, that's fine, but never step back to set back. Always step back to bounce back. You are stepping back, but continuously acquire knowledge for the things. Continuously acquire knowledge for the goals, irrespective of the output. Just trust the process at that time. You have some goal in your mind, you have some vision for the future in your mind, you have to do that, but not just exploiting your physical or mentally conditions. So sustainable can be any way, but before that you have to be self-fit. After that you should go for the society and the environment. That was all.
That was the most interesting part of the entire conversation, I feel. So, moving forward with the last discussion or the question for today, what are your thoughts about our initiative VONG, Voice of the New Generation?
Sorry, can you please repeat?
What are your thoughts about our initiative VONG at the Orion Square?
Okay. So may I go first now?
Yeah.
So this is a great initiative. Like I don't have much knowledge about this, but the way you tell me, the way you describe, the way I researched before coming through this live, there is a great initiative, and I think most of us should join this. Like in a one or another way, we should contribute toward the society. We are going for the sustainable things, right? So we should encourage other people also to be the part of this thing, and I want the people who are watching this live should get to know more about this thing. And if you are not doing the research at your own level, so Orion Scare, one of the organizing committee members, Suchika, is also here. You can also get in connect with her, or you can ask
Yeah.
anyone. Yes, this is a great initiative.
So, yeah, many people are asking in the comment section about what is VONG. So I would like to tell you that VONG is specifically Voice of the New Generation, where we are a bunch of enthusiastic individuals, basically the young students who are aiming for creating a sustainable environment for all. So that's why we have kept the name Voice of the New Generation. And I guess majority of the people who are watching today's live session are the youth itself. So they can definitely join in for this initiative. Ashutosh, what are your views?
I think it's more about empowerment and, not just the viewers, but also the speakers, it helps them get a platform to interact with the people, share their thoughts, and for the viewers to actually listen to different kinds of people and talk about and listen about various mindsets that people have in their sense. Because what you actually do in real life is, again, just communicate. So this allows you to communicate with people, breaking down the barriers of distance and maybe reach, and helping you reach various people in the various facets of the country, having various mindsets, and still uniting on a platform like this to share mindsets. You don't know which quote actually hits you that hard. For example, Avinav's quote, you don't step back to setback is something I'm taking away from this session, because it's something really great that even when you're taking a step back to comfort yourself, it's not to just comfort, but also coming back again to bounce back. So this is something really nice that I'm hearing, and this is how you interact with various people out there and take certain insights like that. And I'm really appreciating
So that was
Orion
all.
Square for actually doing that.
So that was really great having this conversation with you both. And there were a lot of comments which were flowing in while we were talking. And it is like practically not possible to answer all of them. But yeah. And someone is asking, is it a paid membership? There is nothing like this. It's absolutely free. You guys can just join in, contribute, give in your views, and work towards them. So one thing I would like to add about Ashutosh and Abhinav both are that we are meeting virtually this time, but I know both of them in person too. And they are exactly the same that they were behaving throughout the session, like fun loving, and whatever they told in this session is what actually they believe in, rather than like just blowing out everything. So anything you both would like to add?
Yeah, in person, I also know you, right? So we are getting in touch from few days, and yes, I just want to thank for all the people to staying here till end, and Audience Care to giving us such a great platform to explore myself and to learn something great, some great thing from Ashutosh as well as you. So yes, thank you for this platform.
Yep. Similar thing from my side. All experiences count, and this was very special. This being my first Instagram live at another collaboration. Satika's been my friend since school, and we've had a great connection. Outside of that, it was really nice interacting with Abhinav. I again take that quote from you, again from Vivek Bandraji, but again, the person who delivers it has the rights all over it. So I really find it very interesting to talk with people out here. I was reading all the comments all along, and one of my students also came in whom I taught at Unacademy. So yeah, I really love the session. It really gave me a nice time. I missed the time because of this, so I feel even more special about the entire idea. And thanks to Ryan Square for providing me with this opportunity. Hope to see you people in person as well. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone who has joined us for this session. And yes, we'll be meeting very soon. So can we wrap up this now?
Yeah, of course.
Sure. Bye everyone. Thank you so much. It was really nice.
Bye bye. Take
Bye.
Yep,
care.
loved interacting.
Bye.
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 Bye.